supposed to do? Oh, no. What's up and welcome back everybody. In today's video, we're gonna be unveiling 10 new venomous snakes. All right guys, let's start with the smallest venomous snakes. Now the first snake I'm gonna show you is a brand new baby snake my good buddy Chandler gave me. Now this right here is a baby monocled cobra. Ooh-wee. And out of all of my monocled cobras, this right here is the feistiest cobra I have. Let's see if he's underneath the hide. Uh-oh, he's not. Robert, check underneath your feet. Where is he? Chandler's monocled cobra pair had over 20 tiny baby monocled cobras. Now he actually bred an albino to a non-albino. And let me tell you what, all of those babies were absolutely, oh, there he is, were absolutely insane. And out of all 20 baby venomous snakes, I got one of the prettiest monocled cobras. Look at that. He's so cute. He's a little bit in shed, but you can see he is a feisty guy. What a performer. Look at that. Woo! Look at that. Such a cute baby monocled cobra. But this guy, out of all 20, look at his pattern. He has some of the most fired up, beautiful, beautiful patterns out of all those baby monocled cobras. And that's the reason I wanted to keep him. Now, when Chandler got bit by that venomous snake, I was taking care of all these little babies. And this one caught my eye at first, and I had to have this little guy. But look at that. One of the most common venomous snakes in the venomous snake hobby, but one of the most deadliest. Woo! The monocled cobra. He is such the performer. Now these monocled cobras are known for performing just like this. And this guy is actually het for albino. So hopefully one day in the future, we'll breed him to one of my albinos and we'll get 50% albino monocled cobras. Now you guys know my buddy Ryan gave me that banded snouted cobra, which you see up here. Now, you guys saw that snake, but what you didn't see from Ryan is my South American rattlesnake, one of the most toxic rattlesnakes in the entire world. Now, just like his name, this guy is native to South America. And look at that. Now, it's super, super cool because my friend produced this snake. The majority of the snakes I have are ones that my friends produce because it's just very, very special. And I don't have to pay for it. So, hey, if I don't have to pay for a snake and my friends want to give it to me, awesome deal. This guy is like a partial stripe. You can see he's got about half a stripe going down his body, then a little bit of pattern, and then more stripe going down his tail. Now we didn't get not one of these guys, but we got 3 South American rattlesnakes. I'm gonna show you the other 2 in just a second. But look at that, beautiful, beautiful rattlesnake, but a super, super toxic rattlesnake. Now typically rattlesnakes won't kill you, they'll just wreak havoc on the area they bit you, but this guy right here, he will definitely kill you if bitten by him. Such a beautiful snake. We'll open this and get the shed out in just a second. Look above her, you can see the black and white spitter is taking a nice little soak. Now before we show you guys those new venomous snakes, we gotta take out some food for the new crocodiles. What should we feed them, pinkies? No, not big enough. Big old rats is what we're gonna feed our big crocs, and I can't pull it out. And some of these bonita. We're gonna have to defrost this freezer to even get these guys out. Let's see these other venomous snakes. All right guys, now we got a couple doubles. We did get another banded snouted cobra. Now these venomous snakes I'm actually holding down for my good friend Paul. So as you can see, his snouted cobra actually has a lot more darker bands than the one I have. We're literally gonna have these snakes for 2 to 3 months. So they're gonna be in my collection for a very, very long time. Now he's moving to a different house, so he has to switch his permit over, which sometimes can take 2 to 4 months. Guys, look at this. This has always been an animal that I've wanted in my collection. This right here is a baby puff adder. Look at that. Now these super thick-bodied snakes are actually native to Africa, like the majority of the species we're gonna show you guys today. Now these snakes, out of any snake in Africa, are responsible for the most fatalities. So this little guy, this little snake, this little species you see right here is known for killing more people in Africa than any other snake. How crazy is that? I mean, you can see how a kid playing in the garden would just go up and grab one of these snakes. But they are in the Bitis family, which is the gaboon viper family. So these guys are a super thick-bodied snake, but a crazy fast striker. Now these small little vipers like this are just lightning fast. And they call them the puff adder because they're known to do a crazy puffing sound and a crazy hissing sound when they feel threatened. But Nonetheless, a beautiful venomous snake. Super, super thick-bodied snake. Now, all Bitis species are super, super thick, and they're all lightning fast strikers. Now, like I said, we have a couple doubles. This right here, we actually have triples. This right here is 2 South American rattlesnakes. But first, we got to show you this guy. As you can see, he's got a little bit of stuck shed on his head. That's okay. We're just going to give this guy a little sprints to help him get that stuck shed off. I just got these snakes a couple of days ago, so they're still getting acclimated. We got to deal with a few issues with some of these snakes. They're all getting fed, but these snakes, so far, as of now, are doing great in my collection. Now, the next South American rattlesnake we're gonna see, look at that. He's got a full stripe. Now, these are really, really rare to find. Now, like I said, Ryan actually produced these guys, and when you get one with a full stripe, it's super unique, and it's actually worth a lot more money. Now, if I get bit by a South American, it better be a full stripe. Let me tell you what. I don't want to get bit by no basic South American. And moving on, the many-horned adder. Now, out of all the new venomous snakes today, this right here is my favorite. The many-horned adder. Look at that guy. Super, super small. Now, if you guys look closely, you can see he has 3 horns on each eye. That's why they call them the many-horned adder. Now, this is actually in the Bitis family as well. So same as the puff adder and same as the gaboon viper, these guys are in the same family. Now, technically, theoretically, these guys could hybridize, but since they're so small, it's really, really hard. You guys can see, this guy is about, what, 7, 8 inches. Super, super small snake, and they'll only get about double that size, but a very rare snake to have in your snake collection. But look how beautiful. Bitis Cornuda. It's almost like a pygmy rattlesnake. They even have the same colors. These guys do not get imported often. So another huge shout out to my buddy, Ryan Gratney. Love you, bro. Guys, we don't have one. We have 2 Bitis Cornuda. And this one right here is almost a little bit bigger and a little bit more pretty. Look at that. He's got like some crazy, crazy blues going on. Now, keeping all these new snakes, what it does is it gives you a lot of new information. I'm doing all kinds of researching, and I'm learning about the husbandry. So each and every snake that I've never kept before, that I'm keeping for my buddy Paul, all it's doing is helping me in the future, developing knowledge and developing awesome husbandry skills. Have a go at that. The many-horned viper. Woo! Now, the last snake that I'm actually holding for Paul, but not the last snake in our collection, is the African bush viper. Now, you can tell almost all these snakes are actually from Africa, except for the South American rattlesnake. So we have the African bush viper, we have the puff adder, we have the many-horned viper, and we have 2 banded snouted cobras. How freaking awesome is that? Look at that. Beautiful, full shed. Now, this guy, he's got a little bit of a dirty enclosure, so what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna pull out this bush viper. That way you guys can get a better look at his colors. Oh, I actually lied, guys. We have 1 more snake that I'm holding down for my buddy Paul. This is not the last, this is the second to last. But this right here is definitely the most bitey snake. Look at that belly, dude. Crazy green belly. But careful, because this guy loves to bite. And you guys know about bush vipers. We have a red one in my collection, but these guys are so variable, and that's actually why they call them the variable bush viper, because they can come in this crazy green-red color. They can come in red, they can come in black, they can come in orange, yellow, all kinds of colors except for pretty much pink. But look at this guy. He's actually a really, really bitey specimen, so I don't want to get too close, but have a go at that. Can you get a good shot of that, Robert? Crazy looking snake with keeled scales, and these guys get relatively big. Look at that. Super jerky head motion. If you see a snake twitching, making those twitching fast head movements, that's how you know it's a crazy biting snake. I had a friend who got bit by one of these species, didn't go to the hospital, and literally passed out, and he was peeing blood. How crazy is that? It's crazy. All kinds of venomous snakes can have all kinds of different effects. You can literally bleed out of your eyes, you could pee blood, you could lose your sense of smell forever. Getting bit by venomous snakes is not fun. That's why we use all of our safety precautions, all of our tools, all of our hooks. It's most important to stay safe when you're handling these animals.
You know what it reminds me of? A fruit roll-up.
Your ex-girlfriend, that's what it reminds me of. Bitey as hell. Pissed off all the time. Now, these guys right here are known to live in the rainforests of Africa. So super jungle environments. That's why when you give them a cage, you really want to give them either a screen to perch on or a big piece of wood just like this. Because most of the time this is an arboreal species, so they're going to hang out in the trees, on top of wood, on top of bushes, stuff like that. All right, guys, and before we show you number 9 of our new venomous snakes, we gotta come over here to my pastel Mon Cobra, because we gotta get that shed out and fill up his water bowl. And those of you who follow me, those of you who know, this is the most deadliest snake in my collection. Not because of the venom, but really because of his attitude. Hey, mister, we're just trying to get a little bit of shed. Is that okay? Oh. Such a mean snake, dude. Hey, wrench do. Oh, never mind, you can stay. Look at that. Get your butt over here, boy. Get back in your cage. And a little bit of that foam insulation, we'll take that out too. Jeez, man, I love dealing with that snake, but I also hate dealing with it at the same time. I want to give a huge shout out to Teresa Brown for sending me this children's book. Now, those of you who know me know I have a little tiny son, and he needs a little children's book. She wrote this and sent me a signed copy. Look at how cool that is, guys. Signed by the author, Teresa Brown. So if you got a kid and you want a nice, cool children's book that has something to do with reptiles or animals, go ahead, check out On the Loose, and buy one of her books. All right, y'all, number 9, the Egyptian cobra. Have a go at this bad boy. This is the second longest snake in Africa, behind the forest cobra. So the forest cobra is the longest venomous snake in Africa, and this is right behind it, number 2. And this is a relatively beautiful one. She's a little skinny, so we gotta pump her full of some food. We just got her, but that's okay. In a couple weeks, this mama is gonna be fat. But look at that head, dude. Even Robert said, he's like, dude, she's like almost pie. And that's so true. But for an Egyptian cobra, she's actually very, very sweet. She's got a big shed back there. Just shed. Look at that. Long shed. But let's go ahead and get this beautiful girl out. Let's see if we get her tail. Oh, this species typically gets around 8 feet long. Oh, and I'd say this girl is probably 7 foot, if not 8. Look at that. She's just massive. And look what she's doing. She's just stabbing me with the tip of her tail. Now that's another defense mechanism that these snakes will have. They'll stab you with the tip of the tail. But have a go at that. Number 9, the Egyptian cobra. Oh, she's definitely 7 to 8 feet long. An absolute behemoth. But a super sweet, super beautiful snake. I am happy to have in my collection. Just temporarily, but she is in my collection. The Egyptian cobra. All right, but she is a new venomous snake, so we don't want to mess with her too much. We're gonna go ahead and get her back in the enclosure. You can tell, super relaxed, doesn't even want to hood up. Most of the Egyptians I've seen have been imports, come out of here and are just fired up. She's a beautiful, beautiful snake. Now I want you guys to comment down below, what is your favorite new venomous snake that we got today in my collection? All right, guys, now number 10 of our new venomous snakes right now. Let's go ahead and take a look. This is a crazy one, so let's be careful.
No, you shouldn't do it now.
No?
No.
All right.
Let them wait.
Next video, you guys want to see number 10 of our new venomous snakes. We're going to unveil it in the next video, but it's coming out next week. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and the most important part, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.